7 skies. So what would khalaqa be?
Oh, created, not
There
guided.
you go. Yeah,
Yes.
so there you go, right? So that's why waiting. I'm like, okay, let him read forward and then he'll figure out. Okay, great.
أنعامهم, the cattle, وأنفسهم, themselves, and themselves. أفلا, then do not. يبصرون, they see.
Okay, perfect. Mashallah. Okay, Sister Sumaya, what do you think?
كلما أرادوا أن يخرجوا, anytime they desire to leave it.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
كذابنا.
Sorry, what is Nadir?
Oh, warner.
Warner, very good. Yes, Warner. Assalamu alaikum. All right, it's 11 after. Is that did you guys have a longer break today or this is it?
Wa alaikum salam. I'm not sure.
All right. Let's see when people start coming back. Put a 1 in the chat if you're back, inshallah. All right. So it seems like you just had a normal break, right? Not anything long. Who's the host at the moment? Let's see.
You?
Yes, Ustad, you are the host. I'm just for the name of it.
Oh, okay. So I am the okay. Was Rida here today or?
She's traveling, I think. She's
okay. She is on her. Okay.
on the road.
Okay, makes sense then. All right, let's get started. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam. Welcome to week 5, second last week. Hopefully everyone had a good break since Thursday. Let's start with see if there's any questions. I would also like to see last week, alhamdulillah, we had good interaction with our brother Hakeem. So if anyone would like to volunteer, this helps us if we can do a verse together, what have you. This helps me to see your thought process, how you are approaching a verse. And then so that would be a good feedback for you as well as we do that and perhaps some inspiration for others. So if anyone feels relatively confident enough, we can pick a verse or two and just do like a live exercise, how we did with Brother Hakeem last Monday, I believe. Or if you have any questions, comments, concerns that you observe, that now would be a good time to talk about it as well before we start today's lesson.
Well, I've been working on so the sajda. That's what I've been working on, because once I get that technique, I can apply it to the other surahs. So now I've exploded all the way from 45 to maybe 75% of sajda. Inshallah.
That's awesome. All right. Okay, so I guess we'll just get started, inshallah, then, unless we have any new volunteer to kind of tackle a life challenge, inshallah. Let's see. Okay, so one thing that I have done and I wanted to show you guys, and now I don't think it's quite essential, and I'm open to be challenged on this idea. So if you remember last time, we just had a very quick hint about how do you identify passive verbs? And we said that, okay, for present and future, you would have the second root letter would have a fatha. And then for the past, the second root letter would have a kasra. That's a good indication. Now, so I've compiled some other additional notes for further details. However, my theory at the moment is that the context of the verse itself will tell you if it is active or passive in general. Like it couldn't go one way or the other, and we'll test it out, right? So even if you were to translate it as active, your mind would tell you, hey, does active wouldn't make sense here, it has to be passive. Okay, assuming you guys remember what's the difference between active verbs and passive verbs, right? Can someone share that in chat or with voice? What's the difference?
Passive is the subject, the object. No, the subject is not specifically named.
Correct. Yes, the subject or doer is not mentioned, and it's just talking about the action happening on the object. That's it. Okay. So here are some further hints, right? Generally, a passive verb would start with a dhamma. Okay, in this, what would happen is that the past tense starts with a fatha, but a past tense verb starting with a dhamma would be a hint for it to be passive. Example, ulima, right? This means that he was taught. A present passive starts with a dhamma and has multiple fathas. For example, yu'ridu is not passive. It starts with a dhamma, but the kasra on the ra means that it is active. The passive would have a fatha, yu'radu. Starts with dhamma and then ends up having a fatha. Okay. Passive does not mean, passive would not be applicable to a command, right? Because command is being given to someone to do or not do, so it wouldn't be applicable in a command scenario. Okay. Now here are further examples, more details to it again, just for completeness sake. I wouldn't worry about memorizing it or what have you. It's just there if you want to play around with it. So in a passive scenario, the sukoons remain the same. Okay, what ends up happening is that it starts with a dhamma and then you would have a kasra popping up. You would have a kasra popping up. So for example, if you look at these examples, ittakhadha, he took something. Uttukhidha. So see what happened? You changed it. You started with a dhamma and then you added a kasra on the second root letter. Qatalu, qutilu. You started with a dhamma and then you ended up having a kasra on the second. Ghalabat, ghulibat. Sami'tuma, sumi'tuma. Sumi'tuma. Okay, so here you're not getting a fatha anyways. Bashartunna, bushirtunna. Okay, so that's some example there. Now here are a Quranic example, right? So for example, aynama thuqifu ukhidhu wa qutilu taqtila. Okay, so whenever they were found, they were arrested and killed. Wherever they were found, they were arrested and killed. Yeah, I guess here you could potentially argue that, look, it could be, you could have an understanding of active as well. So I think, yeah, so sometimes having that understanding of if it's passive or not would be really useful, because here you could have translated into, if you didn't know that, you would have said, okay, wherever they would find, they would arrest and kill, right? As opposed, so they're doing it versus it's being done to them. Okay, however, in this situation, let's say, قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا. So may I follow you? So now you're both, actually, you have the active as well as the passive. تعلمني, so that you may teach me what you have been taught. So that you may teach me what you have been taught. And كذب رسل is if the other messengers were denied. Anyway, so I've just added this, and same thing for present. Basically, for present tense, what happens is that you would have a dhamma, and then you would end up having a kasra, sorry, a fatha, right? يخلقون يخلقون تسألاني تسألاني. The bottom line being that if you just want one quick example, then this would be it. But if you want further detail, then you have that here as well. Again, not to memorize, but just I thought for completeness sake, I would just add it to the notes. What I'm going to do actually is make it toggle so you can actually more details. Okay, so you can compress it out like this. Awesome. All right. So that's that. Let's get into today's lesson. Side distraction there. Where did we go? So we are on verse number 18. Okay, 18 of Surah Al-Qiyamah. And let's begin. Bismillah. Fa'idha, and when, so there's nothing new here, right? So when I say there's nothing new here, if you disagree, please do challenge me. Fa'idha, and when qara'nahu. Okay, so that's our common pattern, right? Nahu. So means we are doing some action on him or on it. So qara'nahu, when we have recited it from Quran, qara'a, when we have recited it. وَاتَّبِعْ. So now this is a command format. Ittabi', command format, then follow from taba'in. So the root letter we have seen last time, to follow. Now this is just coming in a command format, فَاتَّبِعْ, and then follow قُرْآنَهُ, its recitation. So this is verb format, قَرَأْنَاهُ, Quran. So the recitation who it's follow the recitation. ثم then inna indeed alayna upon us, nothing new so far, bayana. I think bayana is something bayanun we have seen before, which came as a explanation or clarification or what have you. So bayana, so then it is upon us to clarify the explanation. Kalla, we have seen before, bal, not, rather, tuhibbuna, from ha, baba, I think we have seen this before. The first ta is for you, wanun is for you all. So this is that you all love. Tuhibbuna, you all love. Ajilata, ajilata. So obviously the root letters here, hopefully it's obvious to you, is ain, jim, lam, which means something near, something quick, something to hasten. Ajilata. So you desire instant gratification. You love what's near. You love what's quick. You love what's near to you. So I think this one we have also seen before from Ain Jim Lam. وَتَذَرُونَ, probably, I don't know if you've seen this before or not. وَتَذَرُونَ, ta, wang means you all, dhal, ra is to leave. وَتَذَرُونَ, and you all ignore, you all leave what? Al-akhirat, the hereafter. So you love what's near, but you ignore what's to come. Wujuh, so wujuh from waw, jim, ha. This means faces. Wajh is singular. The waw in the middle is making it plural. Wujuh, faces. Yawma'id, we have seen that before. That day. La, na, dira, from noon, dad, ra. La, dira, something that is radiant, something that is shining, glowing. So some faces on that day will be glowing, will be shining. Ila, to Rabbiha, their Lord or her Lord. Nadhira, from noon, dha, ra, to see, to look, right? So they will be looking at their Lord. So noon, dha, ra is to see, and noon, dhal, ra is what? What is noon, dhal, ra? Like test. I know I'm not giving you a context here, but just seeing if anybody knows. Noon, dhal, ra.
It means look, see.
That's noon, dha. I'm saying noon, dhal.
To warn.
Warn. Awesome.
Warner.
MashaAllah.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, that has the meaning of warning. Awesome. Wujuh, and faces, yawma, that day would be basira, from ba, sin, ra, distorted, distressed, so on and so forth. Basira. I don't think we have seen this before. I don't know if it even comes again. Let's see. I'm curious. Yep, see, only once. And this was one of the reasons that I'm skipping Surah Al-Rahman next week and starting Surah Al-Mulk, is that I imagine that the percentage of words like this is higher there, which are unique. Tadhunnu, from dha, nun, nun. This is something we know before in Hujurat. Inna ba'da dhanni ithm. Some suspicion, some thoughts, thinking is sinful. Tadhunnu, thinking, and that yuf'alu. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Starting with a dhamma and then having a fatha. Dhamma fatha combination is passive. We just looked at it. Yuf'alu will be done. Biha, to them. Faqira, back breaking. So they will be now worried, they will be afraid, because now they know that, hey, you know what? They will be at loss, they will have punishment, and so on and so forth. Kalla, no, either when balagat, balagat reaches, ta for feminine, balagat, it reaches, at-taraqiya, the collar bones. Kalla, either balagat at-taraqiya, it reaches the collar bones. Waqila, and it is said. It is said, again, see, the doer is not mentioned, right? It is said, man who rock, who can cure you. So if this is, if you think about it, the root letters here or the similar word here will be ruqya. So some of you may be familiar with the word ruqya as a treatment, as a cure. So raqin, now who can cure you? Well, dhanna, now he'll be certain, annahu, that al-firaq, that now is the time to separate, to part. From fa, ra, qaf. Fa, ra, qaf, to separate, to part. This is also used a word called furqan. Same root letters, furqan, because it separates the truth from falsehood. It tells what's good versus what's bad, what's moral versus what's immoral, because that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hence it's called furqan, a book that does it, that clarifies it. Waltaffat, probably a new word, and is wound, tied, as-saqu, the leg with the leg, or the shin with the shin. Waltaffat as-saqu bis-saq, okay, talking about the dead body, or that destination, the changing of going from this world to the hereafter. Ila, to rabbika, your Lord, right? Rabbika, ka for your. Yawma'id, again, so this has come several times within the surah, that day. Al-masaq, the driving. Al-masaq, the driving. Interesting. So you see here, I mean, this is double seen, but other than that, it is similar. So masaq is driving, is the travel, is that journey. So on that day, your journey to be to your Lord. Quite short verses, some new here and there. Fala, actually, before I go in 31, any questions, anything that's not clear enough, you want to be repeated, let me know, please. Okay, and not saddaqa. He did not accept the truth. He did not confirm the truth, from Sad, Dal, Qaf, Wala, and not Salla. So see, that's the thing. He didn't accept it from his tongue, didn't accept it, didn't declare it, and he didn't pray. Salla from Salah, right? The connection, the prayer. Salah is to pray, the verb form. So he didn't accept the truth. He didn't confirm the truth. He didn't testify to the truth, and he didn't pray either. Walakin, but kadhaba, he denied. Watawalla, and he turned away. I don't know if you've seen this before or not. Tawalla is to turn away. So he denied and he turned away. Thumma, then, dhahaba, he went. Dhahaba, he went. Ila, to ahlihi, his family. Okay, the he is for his. Ahl means family. So you may have heard of the greeting, the Arabic greeting, ahlan wa sahlan, right? So ahlihi, his family. Yatamatta. Okay, yatamatta, swaggering. Okay, what other places it has come? Okay, so he's going to his family, he's boastful, he's in pride. Awla. Okay, so this is from similar to the word wayl. So if you have seen like waylun yawma idhil lil mukaththibin, or waylul likulli humazatil lumaza, right? So that means woe, destruction, warning. Let's take a look at its uses. Awla, Quran dictionary. Yes. So these are all the forms of awla, right? From a meaning of destruction. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. فَأَوْلَى لَهُمْ, أَوْلَى لَكَ, woe to you. فَلَوْلَى, and woe. Sorry, فَأَوْلَى and woe. So this is all in 75. Okay, so this is only coming in this surah. All right. فَأَوْلَى, so this format of awla as woe is only coming in this surah. أَوْلَى لَكَ فَأَوْلَى. So woe to you, and then again woe to you. ثُمَّ, then again woe to you, and woe. Okay. So these are 4 times it's coming as a very harsh warning. Okay. Ayahsabu. I think we have seen this exactly like this before. Ayahsabu, from ha, sin, ba, to think, to account, to consider. And the first is a question. Do you think? Al-insanu, the man. Does man think that yutraka, from ta, ra, kaf? Okay, I think we have seen this before. Let me just show you quickly. So this is passive now. Okay, so ta, ra, kaf. Let's see. We see concordance. And 75, he will be left. What other surah we have seen there? Come on. 51. Yes, I think this is 51. 51 is, we have done that. Isn't it? 54, no, 51. Yeah, so this is, I think we did that. وَتَرَكْنَا فِيهَا. Yes. So we left, and here it's in the passive form. He will be left. Suda, that's neglected. So does man think that he will be left alone? He will be neglected. No. So this format, this is not aula is not from that friendship structure, right? Apparently, because as even when we said, remember, like if you could have a root letters and they could form different words and with different meanings. So when we are seeing fa'aula, for example, from wa'ulam ya, so you're seeing these different meanings, right? So you have a meaning of the meaning, the one wilaya, the one meaning protector, close friend. This is all around being close, right? So that's one. Then you also have a meaning of turning away or turning towards, turning away or turning towards, depending on how it comes. Which is, I think, related to, you know, the notion of being close or being the mawla or being the protector. So this is all turning, allies and turning to it. This is fine near. So I guess, yeah, just like this format. Apparently, yeah, this is like one interesting use case of awla. Like interesting. So what I think is happening here is that awla, because you know, even in English, sometimes you may have a verb followed by a certain preposition and it gives you totally different meaning, right? So for example, I don't know, hit upon or hit on, right? So depending on the preposition, the meaning would change. So here what's happening is that awla is followed by the la preposition, which has the meaning of woe or distraction. And Allah knows best. But I think other than that, it's only has the meaning of, you know, protector, someone close or turning to or turning away. Hope that helps. Okay, so that is a new one, neglected. Going into 37 till 40. Any other questions? Last few verses, and then we will have the surah completed. I would like to have more live session where we can do more testing and I think more group work as we wrap up, because we will probably just do one more surah after this, which is Surah Al-Mulk. So we want to have more either questions or more practice time or more testing time, so we can get more practice done in the class. For those who are not even getting much time for our practice at home, obviously those who are watching recording can utilize this time to do more practice. Okay, alam was not, yaku he nutfa, semen drop, min of mani yumna, from a semen emitted, right? So Allah is asking a question about the original situation of the human being, but now how he is becoming arrogant. Thumma, then kana, he was alaqatan, a clinging substance, fakhalaqa, he created, khalaqa we have seen before, fasawwa, and he proportioned. I think sawwa we have seen before as well, if I'm not mistaken. Faja'ala, then he made, minhu, of him, az-zawjayn, the two kinds. From za, waw, jim, the two kinds, al-dhakara, the male, wal-untha, and the female. This is probably new. We haven't seen these two before. Alaysa, is not, dhalika, that, biqadir. So qaf, dal, ra, qadr, to decree. Qadir, the one who decrees, the one who is able, right? And then similar thing, we know, inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Indeed, Allah is upon everything, all able. So qadir, the one who is able. Ala, upon, an, that, yuhya, from ha, ya, haya, life. Yuhya, he gives life. Is he not able that he gives life, al-mauta, to the dead? So that Allah that has created the human beings in the first place, is he not able to give life to the dead? And that's it. Alhamdulillah, with this we have completed Surah Al-Qiyamah as well.